Access to the Sanctuary of Lourdes and the grotto is usually via one of two main gates, dedicated to St. Michael and St. Joseph. St. Michael's Gate is found at one end of the esplanade, and on approach we are greeted with the beautiful view of the basilicas dominating the skyline ahead. The Archangel St. Michael watches over the pilgrims who pass, usually coming from St. Michael's Bridge, a bridge built expressly for the purpose of offering access to the sanctuary for pilgrims coming in procession from the parish church higher in the town. Statues of angels Gabriel and Raphael are also found nearby. St. Joseph's Gate is closer to the area, containing hotels, cafes and souvenir shops, making it popular for pedestrians staying in this part of town. During the summer season, the usual opening hours for the two gates are 5:30 a.m. until midnight each day. Heading straight down the slope from St. Joseph's Gate, we pass the statue known as Salus Infirmorum before arriving at the crowned Virgin statue. The Salus Infirmorum was gifted to the Sanctuary of Lourdes by the French Diocese of Cambrai in 1912. For many, it captures the essence of Lourdes, illustrating what a pilgrimage to Lourdes is all about. In the centre, we see a frail man with failing health, representing the sick or assisted pilgrims who are at the heart of a pilgrimage to Lourdes. He is receiving help from a priest and two members of the Hospitality Notre Dame, a handmaid and a brancardier. These are voluntary workers from all over the world who give their time and expertise to care for the sick during a pilgrimage. The man turns his eyes towards Our Lady, who is there to comfort him. The crowned Virgin statue, a traditional meeting place for groups of pilgrims, stands on the site where a pilgrim's shelter used to be. The shelter was constructed on the insistence of Bernadette herself, who wanted to ensure everyone had equal opportunity for coming to Lourdes on pilgrimage, not just those who were wealthy enough to afford to pay for accommodation. It was a simple wooden hut, which burnt to the ground, but Bernadette's wishes were kept alive when Mgr Rodhain founded Cité Saint-Pierre. Soon after the consecration of the Upper Basilica of the Immaculate Conception in July 1876, an anonymous donor donated a statue of Our Lady to the Sanctuary of Lourdes. The statue represented the Immaculate Conception as described by Bernadette. A golden crown was placed on Our Lady's head. The crowned Virgin statue overlooks Rosary Square, looking towards the very church built as a result of the request by the Lady during the apparitions. The crowned Virgin statue holds a rosary in her hands. It has 6 decades. Oftentimes, those who have noticed this wonder if it's a mistake, but in fact, the 6-decade rosary is a Bridgetine tradition. Saint Bridget of Sweden introduced a 6th decade of the rosary in memory of those who have died, especially souls in purgatory. The total of 63 Hail Marys represents the age at which Our Lady was taken up into heaven. At the time of the apparitions, it was common to pray with a Bridgetine rosary. Bernadette had a 6-decade rosary in her pocket at the time of the first apparition. We are told that the Lady prayed the 6 decades with Bernadette. The flowers all around the statue are often placed by pilgrims who want to come back to Lourdes. There is a tradition which says, if you leave Our Lady a flower and pray 3 Hail Marys with her, she will ensure that you return again one day.